And again, I got to give you all the credit, bro. I really do, just for, for teaching me this. And I ain't saying it just because I'm being recorded. I am
We got the
legitimate.
soundbite.
Period.
Cut. We got the soundbite.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm proud of you, dude. Like,
Are you serious?
yeah, I'm proud of you, man. Like,
What?
because man, I can't open up social media without seeing your mug. Like, I can't open up social media without seeing BTN. And the reason why I say I'm proud of you, is because we talked those days and we produced some stuff, but you saw what you were able to do, and
Yeah.
you took the ball and sprinted downfield and was like, look, I'm gonna connect with people. I'm gonna keep making this and put in the work.
Because it's hard work.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say hard in the fact that, oh my God, it's so complicated, but just it's part of my schedule now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So and it's still relatively new. So man, I really gotta focus on this. I gotta make sure I put out some type of content or whatever the case may be. So it's a challenge. And when I just want to go to the studio and just edit photos,
Mhm.
that's what I want to do, because that's what I'm a photographer.
Mhm.
I'm a photo retoucher.
Mhm.
So being a videographer, being a content creator, that's kind of like secondary, thirdary,
Yeah, yeah.
on my to-do list. But when you came in that day, bro, man, you said some stuff. I'm like, yo, this guy knows what he's talking about. I don't I don't know if you know what you're talking about or not, but it sure sounded like you knew.
I seem to convince you. I sound like I knew.
You sure enough did. And I'm like, and the crazy thing is, the things that you were saying, man, I kid you not, bro, it's coming. I see it. I see the fruits of it. It's not like, it's not a whole lot, and truth be told, when, I don't look to make money off reels and content.
Right,
That's not the reason why I do it.
right.
The purpose of me doing it is to get my face in front of people,
Mhm.
and hopefully the right person. So I have to say the things that you taught me are, man, they're coming. It was some good stuff.
Mhm.
And I'll share this with you. At first, I was like, how do I gauge whether or not
Mhm.
what I'm doing is that I'm on the right track?
Mhm.
And when I got a booking on my website. Um, this young lady, she hit me up for my top tier package,
Mhm.
and not because she wanted to do any branding, but the fact that someone connected her to me.
Mhm.
And because of, I know for a fact, because the person who connected her to me, I don't see too much of their stuff in my feed or whatever the case may be, but obviously she told that person, this is the guy you need to go to.
Mhm.
You got to go to his website, you got to go to his social media and check out, the stuff that he's doing, this, that, and the other. And she booked me because of that. And I have to say, Keith, man, Vivids, I had to sit down and literally ask myself, you know, is that because of the content that I'm doing, or just, some, happenstance? No, but I believe it's because of what you
Mhm.
taught me. And that's how I was able to, and now I'm like, yo, this is crazy. you know.
Remember I said years ago that I'm like, man, we're wondering like why the work isn't coming in, but we're sitting up here in our studio, expecting them to come to us, and just, hey, no one comes up to this studio to just throw business at me, but we're not going out really to get it. Who would
Right.
have thought that as soon as you step out there and say, hey, I'm over here, this is what I do, if you're interested, that people
Yeah.
say, really? That's the guy? Okay, I'll go see him.
Right. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
really a
Yeah.
mystery.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, that man, that's really good to hear. Because everyone has gets different results at different timing. So there's nothing to say that there's a magic pill or, you know, whatever, that boom, you're going to do this and tomorrow your life's going to change. That doesn't exist in any industry or, you know, whatever. But,
Right.
you know, I see you doing it and I see you continuing to do it. I'm like, man, I mean, initially I saw the comments, the likes, you know, the shares and everything. So you see engagement. That's always a good thing, right?
Mhm.
Um, but I'm guessing, I mean, if he's still doing it, he must see the value in it because it's not
Yeah.
easy. You know, it's
Yeah.
work, it's time, and all that. So he must be seeing the value and or getting results. So I'm wondering, after, you know, a quarter's gone by, you know, 3 or 4 months, um, you know, what's his experience like after the first 3 or 4 months, so that, hey, I can help the next person who's just hitting the ground. Because some people that work with me, they're going to get me to produce everything, you know, and then other people, I'm going to produce some of the core assets, and then they're going to do what you're doing, and I'll empower them to do what you're doing, which is produce some of that lower end content themselves to
Yeah.
stay engaged and stay in front of their market. So I want to know what they're going to experience and what bumps in the road or what successes you've had, and, you know, it's all a learning process, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'll
that's
say
great to
this
hear.
too. Um, and again, you know, I got to give you all the credit, bro. I really do. You know, just for, you know, for teaching me this. And I ain't saying it just because I'm being recorded. I am
We got the
legitimately
soundbite
serious.
cut. We got the soundbite.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
But I've had several people reach out to me to do this for them, and I'm like, first of all, no, I don't do this for other people.
Mhm,
I'm doing this for me, because I'm not a videographer. I'm a
mhm,
photographer. But I shared with them. But I can share with you for without a shadow of a doubt that what I'm doing, you need to do
mhm.
as well. And I've shared with them. I told them that I can show you what I was showed. I can give you the information that I was given. You know, as a matter of fact, one of my clients came up yesterday, and you know, to drop off, you know, drop off a payment or whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Yo, BTN, man, look, I'm getting ready to do an interview with somebody, this, that, and the other, but I need to connect with you because, man, you're doing some stuff that's what I need to do, but I need you, you know, I need to connect with you." And I'm like, yo, I just share with you what I know, but there are some things that I don't know, and I got to send you to him. You know what I mean? So
I mean, eventually, you know, you see the likes,
yeah.
you see the comments, and that helps. But is it? I think they call them like vanity metrics. Like, does it mean anything, or is it just it makes you feel better? Now it's
No,
like,
it does mean something. Um, it's it's helped me. Mm, it's helped me figure out um, who appreciates what. And I've narrowed it down to there are three types of videos that I do. One is, you know, like the educational videos, like I'm mainly talking to photographers,
mhm,
you know, talking about retouching, talking about lighting, talking about, you know, whether or not you need expensive cameras to do, you know, to pull off a session or whatever the case may be. The second group of people, that where I find that I get the most out of are my behind the scenes reels.
mhm,
When I'm, you know, when I got a client in the studio and they see that they're getting their makeup done, they see me shooting, they see us having fun, you
mhm,
know, this, that, and the other. And then, of course, the third one, which I think is more so probably for Instagram, are the ones where I just share, you know, just share, kind of share photos or whatever the case may be.
mhm.
So, but I think the one where I'm getting the most traction is the ones where I do the behind the scenes. People tend to really connect with those. So I've decided that, and so with that in mind, I've decided where I'm going to place the videos, and and that's kind of like that's like the challenge. Okay, well, I know I got to produce, you know, this content today, but now I got to figure out, okay, what are the last content that I produced, did I produce it for as educational, and where did I put it at versus this, that, and the other. So it's like, oh, you know.
Mhm.
So I know honing down to it almost seems like, you know, I'd be telling myself, Terry, you just got to pick one and just go with that. But I'll admit that's a little scary for me.
So say
You
that
know,
again. Pick one. Pick
pick
one.
like for instance, if I know that those behind the scenes
Right. Yeah.
reels
Don't do
are
that.
what's are
Right.
the, you know, it's like just concentrate on that.
Right.
But it's hard to do that because, you know, I don't, it's not like I have clients every 3 days.
Mhm.
So now I got to, you know, in order to keep my stuff and you know, to kind of keep my mug in front of people,
Mhm.
I got to produce these other one or two types of reels just to stay out there. So